On Sunday, November 14th, the Charles County Hazardous Materials team was called out to the court commissioner's office for a quick decon job of a possible suspect who said he was COVID positive. After inspecting the area to be deconned, the team members were coming up with a game plan. They decided to go with the three-part system of the Dahlgren Decon and the Hurricane electrostatic fogger. During this process, part 1, the large liquid bag, was mixed with part 2. As you can see, I'm chopping up the pieces that were dumped inside of the liquid to make sure they're fully dissolved as per the instructions. Antonio was checking to make sure I got them all dissolved in the liquid because my eyes aren't what they used to be. In this part, we're adding the third and final stage, which is a fine powder, into the mix. You still have to keep this stuff completely dissolved and stir it constantly. I'm turning it to the side to get the extra powder off of the side and getting it into the solution as I continue to stir it. Also, this stuff is extremely strong smelling. As you can see me push it away, you can definitely smell it. It's best to use this outside in a well-ventilated area. If you have to use it indoors, you might actually want to wear SCBA because, yeah, it smells that strong. Here we're letting it sit, as the instructions say, to let the foam go down before we actually pour it into the hurricane. Here's David pouring it into the hurricane machine. You definitely want to use the beaker for this. Make sure you have the flow control knob in the proper position. As you can see, there's 3 different settings for it. Don't forget to remove the cover, because the cover keeps the metal prongs intact so they don't get bent up to allow proper operation. As we turn the machine on, you have to wait for the Dahlgren chemical to get all the way up through the induction hose and allow the fogging to start. In this shot, when you look up in the corner, you can actually see the fog coming out. That's what you really want to see when using the machine, to make sure that it's actually pulling the Dahlgren chemical up from the reservoir and into the nozzle. Again, this stuff smells really strong. The one thing we learned is we probably would have preferred to have been on SCBA, so we wouldn't have to smell any of it. It was penetrating through the N95s, and it was coming through my P100 also. The staff asked us to wipe down the office area and the waiting room, and this is what we used to do that. Here, Aldo and Antonio are wiping down the hard surfaces in the office, hitting the high traffic areas such as doorknobs, countertops, and they're also wiping down the seats. I switched over to SCBA thinking we were also going to use the fogger in the office and waiting room, but we decided against that since it wasn't a direct contamination area.